12 secrets that will help you to be humble. We often sometimes try to be humble, but we fail because we are filled with pride. The Bible tells us that you need to be humble in the sight of God, and He will lift you up. If you apply these secrets in your life, I believe with no shadow of doubt that these things is going to help you and it will change without delaying. Let's go straight to the secrets. The first secret that I will tell you today is to trust in the Lord. You know, the Lord is the one who can lift you up. Knowing that God's instructions will help you to be humble. When you dedicate yourself in reading the Bible and praying more and listen to what God has said to you, you can be humble in this world. You know, God is the only one who can help people to become humble. Without God, anything else that you do can never help you to be humble. The second secret is to speak less and listen more. You know, we often want to be heard by people, but the truth is that we have to do that in the other way around. You know, the more you listen, the more you gain wisdom. You know, the Bible says that the tongue is a very dangerous part of the body. You know, by speaking, you can cause yourself problems. But by listening, you can get a lot of wisdom. You can get a lot of knowledge. You can get a lot of things that you did not know. You know, the best way to listen to somebody is that you need to assume that the person that you are listening to knows something that you don't know. And you are in need of those things. That's why Paul said that we know in part. You know, when you know that, it's easy for you to be humble. The less you speak, the more you can listen. The third secret is to tell the truth and try not to lie. You know, speak the truth to other people. Try not to lie to them. And I know that speaking the truth is not an easy issue, but I also believe that sometimes we speak the truth at the wrong time or at the wrong place or even at the wrong person. You know, though you might have the truth, but you also need to establish the foundation of where that truth can be established. You know, you need to be able to know what is the right time to speak the truth. What is the right person to speak that truth to? And what is the consequences of that truth can cause in that particular situation or moment? You know, you can hold the truth, but at least not to lie. Then you can speak it at the right time. But you should never lie in your life. Try to avoid lies as much as you can. The fourth secret, you need to love your enemies. Love the people that hate you. That's why even the Bible says that you need to love your neighbor as you love yourself. Treat the other person the same way you'd like to be treated. You know, don't consider their mistakes or their problems. And you might wonder why you need to love even your enemies. Because your enemies help you to succeed. Without them, you cannot have maybe the courage that you have to prove them wrong. So therefore, they need to be there. And they are good for your success. So in order for us to succeed in life, we need both friends and enemy together. The friend will give us great advice, but also the enemy will help us to be courage. The fifth secret is that you need to compare yourself with yourself. Never compare yourself with somebody else. You know, look yourself in what you were yesterday, what you were 2 years ago, what you were 5 years ago. Look yourself from where you come from and how far you are with the task that you are given or with your purpose in life. Compare yourself with yourself. Never compare yourself with somebody else because everybody is different and God created us with a different uniqueness. But you are you and nobody can be you. That's why you only compare yourself to yourself. The secret number 6 is that be the change you want to see in the world. You know, sometimes we often blame people about things that they do it wrong or the things that they're supposed to do right. And we forget that we also have the ability to change the world through what we know. I personally believe that money does not control the world, but ideas do. Your idea, you can develop it and teach other people about your idea. Act the same way you'd like other people to act. Do to other people the same thing that you'd like them to do to you. Don't blame other people. Don't look for problems, but look for solutions. The secret number 7 is that remember that everything in the world is vanity. You can have today and tomorrow you don't. Or you cannot have today and tomorrow you do. Whatever we fight for, whether it's house, materials, anything that we fight for, we're going to leave them here on this planet. When you die, nothing that you're going to carry with you. We're all going to leave all of these things here on this planet. That's why the most wise person said that everything is vanity. You know, nobody was wiser than Solomon. You know, in his conclusion, he said that everything is vanity. The secret number 8, be prepared for better and for worse. You know, sometimes things don't go to the same way we plan for them. Sometimes things don't work in our own ways. But be prepared for better and for worse. Be able to deal with every situation. That's why the Bible says that you need to be ready in a good season and in a bad season. The problem is not when the problems come to you, but the problem is how do you deal with the problem when they come to you? How do you find solution? How do you work toward the solution? Be prepared for everything. The secret number 9, manage your time. You know, we all be given 24/7 on this planet. Nobody has the time more than the other person. We can have different things in the world, but time is something that we have in the same measure. And you know, the time that you waste, you can never regain it back. When you have any freedom of doing something, do it wisely. Plan for your time. What are you going to do today? What are you going to do tomorrow? What are you going to do in this particular time? You know, what you are doing is going to help you to do something, or what you're going to get and what you're going to spend your time for. But at least plan for your time. Know what you want to do at any particular day or particular time. Use your time wisely. Secret number 10. Admit that there's things that you cannot do. We are all weak in one way or the other. You know, if you know that there's things that you cannot do, because you only know the truth about yourself, you test yourself, whether you are ready to do what you want to do, or you are not qualified to do what you don't want to do. You know, but at least admit that there's things that you cannot do. Nobody can do everything. There's things that we expect other people to do it for us. But know that there's things that you cannot do. Secret number 11, have self-control. How do you control your situation? How do you deal with when somebody provoke you? You know, somebody disagree with you. How do you deal with that? You know, one thing that I learned from Mandela is that when he said that the ability to speak to people that disagree with you, and I believe this is the very important skills that we as humans, we need. Not that people will always disagree with you. People will always speak against you, whether you do good or bad. But you need to have the ability to speak to people that disagree with you in love, respect, and consideration. The last secret, before I reveal the last secret to you, I will invite you to subscribe and share this video to help people as well to become humble. The last secret is that always remember that you will die. And after that, the judgment of God. You know, everything that you do, everything that you invest your time in, everything that you pursue in life, remember that there is a day you will cease to exist. You know, even if you are very strong, you are very educated, you are very powerful, but know in your mind that there is a day you're going to die. The Bible says that it is appointed for a man once to die, and after that, the judgment of God. Remember that there will be a day when you're going to cease to exist. And once you cease to exist, there's nothing else you can do because you won't have control in those things. I hope that in anything that you do in your life, you will consider that we are here only for a short period of time, knowing that whether you have or not, we all have the same way of leaving this planet. And when we die, we have nothing we can increase in our life. We have nothing we can take away from our life. So remember that every day, in every action that you do, what will be your response to your maker, to your creator of everything that you do? You can wrong people to get money. You can do anything. You can accuse somebody falsely and you win the case. But also remember that there is a day that you're going to be judged. And that judgment will be eternity to eternity. God bless you. And I hope this was helpful to you. Thank you.